pesos per month. That's 92 pesos per person per day. Okay. So that's for the poverty threshold. And then for the food threshold, for a family of 5, that's 9,581 pesos per month or 64 pesos per person per day or 21 pesos per meal. Okay. So this has been your basis to be able to compute the total poverty level or poverty threshold in the Philippines. And a lot are saying that this is actually uh, unreasonable. Hindi po makatotohanan itong sinasabi ninyo na 21 pesos per meal lamang bawat tao araw-araw at 92 pesos per day para sa kabuuang pangangailangan nito. Yung kanilang tinitirhan, yung kanilang transportasyon, at kung ano pang pangangailangan nila sa kalusugan nila. So paano tayo maniniwala doon sa sinasabi ng NEDA na bumaba na yung poverty rate natin kung ito ang computation ninyo? What is your computation of the poverty rate in the Philippines? Ano yung percentage natin?
The latest is 15.5% of our population are deemed poor based on those poverty lines.
15%?
15.5.
15.5%. Okay.
Yes.
Now, if we were to adjust this to a realistic level, first of all, who came up with this computation, sir?
It is an interagency work.
Namalengke po ba sila?
The food menu was constructed by FNRI.
FNRI. Are they here now? No.
Research Institute. But Madam Chair, just we have heard the comments and the criticism, and PSA and NEDA have been already reviewing the methodology to address the concerns. But just to also let us appreciate the
Downward
numbers.
trend.
We also do perform robustness check in our statistics, Madam Chair. For example, when we say that based on this poverty thresholds adjusted for inflation, nakikita natin na the pababa. And so we ask, what if mas mataas yung poverty threshold? Do we still see the same trend? And the answer, Madam Chair, is yes, we do this. Even if we apply higher thresholds, for so long as we're consistent in applying that threshold over time, we see some progress in poverty reduction. In fact, the World Bank, its threshold for upper middle income class and upper middle of $6 PPP in purchasing power parity place us at a higher poverty, but still show a declining trend. So it makes us believe that the programs of government, Madam Chair, regardless of what thresholds we are using or we use, show an improvement in poverty.
Okay, so can you give me an example can you give me an actual amount of what variable you use for the new threshold? Kung ang sinasabi ninyong umpisang threshold dito ay 13,873 per month for the poverty threshold, what variable did you use? What amount?
We are still the PSA is here, Madam Chair, but because they are leading the
Mr. Mapa.
exercise.
Yes, Madam Chair, thank you very much. We did the simulation as mentioned by the Secretary that even if we increase the threshold, we can see still reduction.
Kaya nga, ano nga ang threshold yun?
We have one that is 30% above the current poverty threshold.
So 30% above the 13,873.
That's about 18,035.
Okay. And pababa pa rin.
Yeah, ang number natin ng 2023, kasi 2023 pa yung survey natin, ang magiging dami ng pamilya below that would be 22.8%. Pero kung i-compare natin nung 2021, yung previous, it's 25.5%. So may reduction pa rin po na 2.7 percentage points, which is Similar.
Next year's budget, although I won't be here anymore. Perhaps you can do a more realistic computation because of course it looks good on paper, but then if the reality shows otherwise, that people are still struggling, then our other programs that are dependent on the actual poverty rate might be compromised. On the other hand, I would also like to commend the efforts of this administration because, as you mentioned, and I guess it's with the data, that pababa pa rin yung poverty. Pero hindi nangangahulugan na okay na tayo kasi 20+% pa rin ang naghihirap sa ating bansa na isang kahig, isang tuka. So kailangan pa rin natin talagang pagbutihin ang mga social protection programs natin. On the next question, dito naman tayo sa very controversial ID system natin. Okay. So, you are in charge of the national ID. Ito na naman PSA, right? Okay, so the PSA is in charge of it, but you asked the central bank to print it. Am I correct?
Yes, Madam Chair. The
Okay,
Central Bank.
first question. Gusto kong malaman, saan ba tayo nagkamali dito sa information na dapat nakalagay sa card? Kasi ang sinasabi nga, wala ditong information sa what date of birth? Walang signature. Walang signature ba yung mga ID card?
Yes, Madam Chair. Yung nasa batas kasi ng PhilSys Act of 2018, nakaspecify lang po kung ano yung ilalagay sa ating national ID card. So ito
Po ba yung
there are
nakaspecify?
only 10 items. So ito po yung pangalan,
Okay.
yung address mo, yung sex, male, female, birthday, at yung blood type, yun po. Wala po nakalagay na signature. The idea po kasi is we are transitioning to digitalization at ang means of authentication, kung ikaw talaga yon, ay hindi na yung pirma mo, but rather yung biometrics. Kasi doon po sa registration ay kinukuha yung mga biometrics, including